reviewing the Meepo version 5.
Looking in the mirror, deep inside I see.
Refurbished board. Got this about 4 months ago in February, on sale for $280. It came with the board, not the remote for the version 5, and the charger. The board had 30 miles on it. I've since put, oh, you cannot read that, but about 400. Since been about 100 commutes into and from my work. Check out the spider real quick. Dang. About 2 miles each way. So, and I take the metro, so paid kind of no gas, charge it at work for free. Some key things I've learned is the board is way quicker than I expected. The speed limit on the remote I don't think is correct, but it definitely goes around 27 to 30 miles an hour. So after wiping out and wrecking both of my palms, we got these pretty high duty wrist guards. Highly recommend you pick up something like this where your wrist will not break and you won't deglove your palms like I had previously. Also recommend a helmet. The range on the standard version is definitely more than adequate for the average kind of rider, as you can probably go about 10 to 15, probably 10 miles, 15 if you're going slow, like this pace. But it goes really quick. And having kind of no experience with these since college, it takes a lot of getting used to. But fortunately with the remote, you get different speed settings. So you start at 1, just kind of just barely cruising, and then you work it up until it gets a lot more responsive. Otherwise, I've had no issues. Sometimes when it dies, you just get no response from the board or the remote, and you just have to carry it. When it does carry, the thing is heavy. It's about 18 pounds, so pretty cumbersome. Pretty happy with the build quality. As you can see, this is like 400 miles on the wheels now. Like, there's some decent damage to them. You can see there's some big chunks missing. And I do reckon I'll probably get another 500 miles before I need to replace those. And shoot up all the motors on here. But what's nice is these ones can slide off the sleeve with a rubber, as well as replace those motors if they do break. But I haven't had any other. Then the only other thing I'd note is you may want spacers. If you could raise the front wheels, as this is the battery part is the only side that kind of scratches. The controller is a lot lower, so it never really scratches anything, but sometimes the battery will if you go over anything, say, larger than like a 4-inch drop, because it is Nalgene bottle. That's like 3 inches there. So anything that would be like higher than a disc drop will scratch the battery case. It just sounds bad. I don't think anything happens unless you really hammer it. But other than that, it's nice. I've skateboarded a bit, and having brakes on the skateboard does make it feel much safer overall, although the top speed definitely encourages you to be reckless and whipping around. The other thing is range. Going at the max speed setting, the max speed does drop it from these 10 or 11 miles that you'd normally get to probably around like 6 or 7. So one thing to consider, but I just thought I'd let y'all know about my experience with owning one of the refurbished ones. The one that was on sale, like I said, was $280. Now they are not that price, but can be a good deal considering it'll probably last for 1,000 or so miles without any input, and then gotta replace probably the wheels. And I don't know, the battery should be good for about 3,000 miles. But nice cheap transport, avoid paying gas. I'll put the actual comparison to my car commute up and what I pay for that, but I still have my car, just don't use it.
The ocean vast and endless inside of me. Oh, the waves at the rocks deep inside my soul looks up to the sky above me, and the sky splits open, fractal